Welcome into another PTN Faceoff. It was a good week last week, so we got to announce who won last week's Faceoff between CJ and DJ. It was CJ with Texas. They argued who is Arkansas's true rival. DJ was going for Arkansas State, CJ going with Texas, and CJ won 80% to 20%. Woo, ouch, that's gotta hurt for DJ. But we have another face-off this week. We have two guys that you probably heard the voices of on the radio, Jon and Deek from the Jon and Deek show. Deek on this side, Jon on this side. Guys, this is your first face-off, so I'm gonna go over the rules for you. You get 90 seconds to argue your topic, which I'm going to reveal in just a second.
I don't have to say Arkansas State, do I?
No, no, that was last week. You got a great topic this week, and I'm ready to give it to y'all. Are you ready to hear it?
I'm ready.
Okay, who is the better Sanders, Drew or Rocket? I'm going to let Deek go first.
Okay. I was going to go Colonel Sanders, but that's not a choice. Okay.
That's not a choice this time. I'm very sorry. Okay. Deek, are you ready to go? I have the timer set up right now.
I don't even need 90 seconds, but go ahead. Go ahead.
All right,
go ahead.
Well, your time begins now.
The best Sanders is Rocket Sanders. Number one, he wears number 5. There's only one person worthy of wearing number 5, Darren McFadden. And you know who can wear number 5? Rocket Sanders. And give that number the respect it deserves. And he leads the SEC in rushing, which is the hardest league to lead in rushing. And he's got a nickname, Rocket. You get a name Rocket, Rockets are fast, he's fast, done. I mean, you already got a name Rocket, you're running back? Doesn't get any better than that. Yeah. He leads the league in rushing. He's number 5. He represents the number 5 like nobody can. That number shouldn't even be allowed to be worn, except now it should be retired twice the way he's running. So Rocket Sanders, you can take the rest of my time, buddy.
That was 40 seconds. I think that's the fastest time.
I don't need much time.
I get the extra time?
Yes.
No, you don't get the extra time. That's not how this works.
Man.
Fun fact for you. You guys know that Rocket Sanders is from Rockledge, Florida. That's my hometown, and that's where NASA is. So Rocket. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I just wanted to
And he takes off the whole thing.
And he takes off. But you're not going to argue Rocket. You're going to argue Drew, right?
And there's not really a wrong
you got to
answer.
wait for your time.
There's not really a wrong answer.
She hadn't started the time.
But I'm agreeing with you how great Rocket Sanders is.
Should I walk off like DJ did?
No.
The ball.
Okay.
All right, your time starts now.
He doesn't get my extra 30 seconds?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
I don't.
Can I interrupt him?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now everyone knows Rocket Sanders is amazing. He's leading the SEC in rushing, just like Deek said. He is number 5, just like D-Mac was, and he's the first guy to have number 5. Honestly, that's actually someone in that conversation. But Drew Sanders is the better Sanders of the two, and they're both incredible. No. But one of them was the National Defensive Player of the Week. Now, I know Rocket can't be the Defensive Player of the Week, but one of them was a National Player of the Week, and that was Drew Sanders. He had 11 solo tackles. He had a bunch of forced fumbles, a bunch of sacks, a bunch of tackles for losses. And when you're watching that game last week on the field, one guy was flying around, looked like he was at a completely different speed than everybody else on the field.
Rocket Sanders.
And that was Drew Sanders. Now, Arkansas is lucky to have both of them, but if I have to have one of them, I'm going to go with Drew Sanders because A.J. Green behind Rocket Sanders, great running back. Dominique Johnson behind Rocket Sanders, great running back. And while Bumper Pool and Drew Sanders are a great combination, I'm going to go the slight edge to Drew Sanders of being the better, more valuable Sanders to the Razorbacks.
Oh, you did that in a minute as well. Wow, you guys do not need much time to argue your points.
We sadly have been doing this for 500 years.
Well,
so
that's a long time.
And it shows.
I love it. So, if you want to get in on the conversation, you can now vote on who. Okay, you can now vote on who you think won this PTN face-off. Is it Deek with Rocket Sanders, or is it Jon with Drew Sanders? Go on hogville.net and cast your vote right now. We'll see you next week for another PTN face-off. See you then.